All right, so I have not uploaded a video in a month. I kind of got tired of it, and I'll get into that. I'll kind of do a more update, a monthly update. But we'll also do a monthly update, as I usually have been doing for the past few months, about how many steps I've done this month. This is an interesting kind of accountability thing that if I have to put it up every month, I end up doing more, right? This month was okay. I mean, it's better than most people, of course. They're just sitting around on their fat asses doing nothing. But it has been not as much as before. So if we look at, we did pretty well today, but let's look at the past 31 days. It's about 12,000 steps, which is not bad. It's pretty respectable. Anything over 10,000 is a nice even number. And you can see the big peaks over here. Oh, we have a tool for that. Although you also have eyes, but here, 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 here. Those are definitely days where I went out and hiked on the Lone Star Trail. That's been kind of fun, but it's kind of been wet. But mostly my excuse is that I kind of got a cold in March of 21. I may have mentioned that. I don't know if I did, but it was the world's most mild and longest cold ever. I'm still sort of in it, maybe. Because there were always these days where it's like, oh, it was never that bad, right? But it was like, oh, I'll take a Tylenol and an Advil, and that's it, just one each. Maybe I'll take another one like a few hours later. So I wasn't popping pills or anything. But then I didn't take it for a couple of days, and I'm like, oh, I'm done, yay! But then my nose was totally stuffed up, and then I'd have to use the nasal spray like crazy, And then I'm like, I don't want to get hooked on this. That's not good. But then, I'd stop using the nasal spray. It'd be kind of like, oh, this is good. I'm on the mend. And then, again, it was never bad. But then I'm like, I can't breathe. I need to use this nasal spray. So I didn't use it for a few days. Then I used, and it just went on for over a month now. It's crazy. I think I'm on a mend, but I don't know for sure. And there were some days where it was just easier to stay at home and not go out and hike and stuff. And then a few days ago, I got a nasty spider bite or something. I think it's a spider bite. Let's do a picture on that. Oh, let's do that. So that's healed up, but let's see it. So it's basically this thing over here. Oh, zoom in. Come on now. The lighting is not the best. It is kind of gnarly. Is it gnarly? I don't know. It's not really zooming. Up, there we go. Look at that. And that's actually getting better. It used to be all red over here, and I thought, oh, is it infected? That's kind of gross. It was oozing on. Today is now Tuesday. It'll shortly be Wednesday, but on Saturday it was oozing. Like I took a paper towel and cleaned it, and then 2 minutes later it'd be down the leg, just gross. So I had to overnight, I had to put like a paper towel on it, like wrap it up into a small little rectangle, and then use blue painter's tape to hold it in place. And by Sunday morning, it was kind of dry. Nothing was oozing anymore. So the oozing stopped on Sunday morning. And it was on Saturday morning that it got really gross. I felt my groin, and the lymph node it wasn't huge, but it was pretty painful. And the lymph node has gotten a little bigger, but less painful. And by today, it's pretty good, Then I think even on Monday, it got a little worse because it was swollen up, the leg around the knee. And it was just like bigger, and it was harder to walk on and all that. But so it's like, I don't know, there's been these mild issues, health issues that took me away from things, but I still managed to do 12,000. That's great. I at least did a 30 minutes hour walking a day, and then on top of that, maybe some. But yeah, it's also been a very depressing month, even more than usual. It's just, and I'm kind of gone from that thing. My mood is a lot better today, but it's just been this awful month. It's just been this absolutely dog shit month. And I think it's the cold. It's not the symptoms are very mild, but on top of the mild symptoms, it was just an awful mood for the most part, and it was just always just awful mood. And I mean, it's not like my life situation helps, but even today I'm doing better, and usually I'm in a more contented mood and all that, but it was just awful. It was absolutely awful. You know, and part of it is I probably should have done some videos, and I kind of planned on doing it, but I didn't really have. I have a couple on the back burner. Some of the old hiking videos I've done that I kind of got tired of. You know, I don't even, for any of these, I don't think I did a single hiking video this month on those, because it's like, okay, I'm walking 2 hours now. It's not that interesting anymore. You know, when I was walking through the whole 100-mile trail, it's kind of interesting to do it, but I kind of got tired of that, especially after I finished it. But I still have a couple of those left. I have a couple of those beer reviews, some even from 2022, but it was like, oh, I'm just too bored to even put those up. Maybe I should have. Maybe I should talk a little more, but I don't know. It's the same old bullshit. You know, nothing's happening. No point. Blah, blah, blah. And, you know, but maybe I should do that. And that's kind of what I'm planning to do for May. So this is going to be the first video I'll put up in May. I'll be done with this. I'll have it for, I usually put these up right after noon. I schedule them mostly. So I'll schedule it for noon, and then, you know, I'll do videos. I'll do it for, what do you call it? Let's do the 12 months here. I'll do it for every day. Let's do that, you know. That'll be the May thing. I'll continue doing hiking if I can. And it's also getting a lot hotter and muggier and all that. And so this is the per month view, right? And this was August. I had 20,000 steps a day. I didn't even go hiking out to the national forest. It was just around here. And that was quite a feat, not just because it was 105 degrees every day and 20,000 steps, but I had to evade the leaf blower noise all day long, because that's always terrible. But I started going out hiking here in December, you know, because I kind of like, you know, it was like, oh, it's still kind of, you can still sunbathe, you can still do, and then, oh, it's December, no sunbathing, let's do something else, let's go hiking every day. And I almost did that. We got up to almost 15,000, and we kept that up pretty well here, you know, but we dropped off a little bit here, but that's fine. It's still 12,000. It still is fantastic, especially given my crap mood and my mild cold that kind of prevented me from doing more. And I think it rained a little more as well. There were a couple of windstorms. I think I didn't do a video on that. I put it on Instagram, by the way. I'm on Instagram. But there was a tree that fell on the neighbor's house that they didn't take out. They didn't bother taking the other tree out that's going to fall either on my car or their car, because why would they do that? But they only want to take trees out after it hits the house. Well, that's left bozo number 3 for you. Good Lord. But yeah, that's basically it. 12,000 steps. Pretty good. I'll do a video every day. Yeah, I'll do a video every day. I will do a video every day. Again, I have a lot of filler, so I can just edit those, and at least we'll do that. And that's fine. I mean, yeah, it's the same old bullshit. You know, nothing to do, and, you know, but I'll do a video every day. How about that? We'll do that. Yeah, I also, because I got very close to, I think it's in this app, you know, it's kind of, I did a couple sprints in the forest over the last couple months, but I have not been doing the mile runs either. I got very close to 6 minutes as I wanted to. And given the massive elevation gain here, the only hill in the Houston area is here, by the way. Let's see here, running. How embarrassing. When did I last do running new? I don't want to run now. Leave me alone. Is there a history thing? Is there a workouts page? Did they mix this up for me? Oh, here we go, workouts. Right, now this also tracks your automatic hiking and walking activities. And then it says, oh, you did a workout if you walked for a mile even or something. But we're looking for explicitly things that I did in terms of running when I turned it on and said, measure my mile. That was in February. How embarrassing. Now, that's actually 6:06 because the weird way it does the thing, it doesn't matter. This was actually, right, I did that in December. And then for whatever reason, I don't know what the excuse was for why I couldn't do it on. Oh, because I went hiking so much. That's right. I went hiking so much that sometimes it was like, what's the point of running? I'm not going to go as fast, and my legs hurt anyways. Yeah, I don't want to overdo it. You know, and the whole point is I got so close here, 6:06. And then I said, you know what, let's do it. And then again, I was hiking a lot, so I don't want to be like, oh, this is crap. I didn't do enough. I did fine on this. I did fine hiking. I got very close. This was actually a 606. This was a 606. Let's look at the whole thing. And again, there's just a massive elevation thing here. Right around, right around the forest thing. When it goes up, it is just a massive elevation thing. In fact, we can see it because we can see how my pace just absolutely plummeted here. Oh, and there's an elevation, the green thing here. You see that? And then that goes down. So because I said, oh, let's run every week. Because how hard is that? Well, And then the excuse is, oh, it's a leaf blower noise, and that's true. That's obnoxious, and that is just one more little thing that kept me from doing this. But I did enough hiking, but I really need to get back into running. Plus the cold, that is actually a good excuse. I don't want to no, even with a minor cold, I don't want to do anything. The fact that I got some hiking done, I do swimming every day. I do swimming every day, it wasn't that bad. It's kind of low intensity stuff that is still fine. Even on some of those days where I went out for a full hike in the forest, I still had a cold. On some of those days, I took a Tylenol. If it's a low-intensity thing, but doing, a lot of push-ups or sprinting a mile, I don't want to do that on a cold. Leave me alone. So that I think is a valid excuse for, end of March to now. But I think I'm getting better. I think I can do a run again. Now the problem is it's going to be hotter and more humid, so my time's going to be off for that. But, that's a shame because in December, if it's like 60 degrees, that's like the perfect time to be running. But that's fine. That's fine. We're going to be getting to do a run. We'll do a run. We'll do a mile run at some point. I want to do some more push. I got to doing push-ups again, and then the cold kind of knocked me out of that. I want to get to 100 push-ups in a row. Yep, we're going to do that. I think the most I've gotten is 70, 80. And it's one of those things as well, just like with getting close to the mile run here. It's like I do a mile. It's like, oh, well, I'm doing okay. I mean, with very minor effort, I can still do faster than I did in high school. I'm quite shocked. So it's like, things are going fine on the physical activity front. Like I don't want to push myself anymore. I kind of got tired of that. So, I did pretty well on a 500-yard swim as well a couple months ago, and then I'm like, whatever. But no, I do want to get to pull-ups. I do a couple of those once or twice a week. I go by a pull-up bar in the forest there. I do a couple of that. But I do want to get to a place where I can say, no, I consistently can run around a 6-minute mile. Although I don't know if I'll ever get there, actually, because it's with the heat and everything. But we'll try. 100 push-ups, that's the goal. 6-minute mile. The pull-ups, I can do 19, 20 now easily. 25, let's get to 25 routinely. Well, that's a goal. Let's try that for May. I don't know if I'll hit any of these, but at least I want to try more than, the last time I ran an official timed mile for me was in February, so I guess I can still kind of, no. My goal is to hit officially 6 minutes, okay? Even with the elevation, that's fine. Perfectly fine. Makes it a little harder. 25 pull-ups. Okay. We'll do that. And 100 push-ups. 100 crunches or sit-ups. I did 40 sit-ups today. I've not done sit-ups like forever. And it was a proper sit-up. So we'll figure out what the numbers on those are. Although I know with swimming in high school, I could easily do tons of push-ups or tons of crunches. So anyways, those are the kind of goals. If I ever hit those targets, I'll definitely do a video, but I'm not going to be embarrassing myself on the internet doing half-ass jobs on pull-ups and everything. No, it's got to be 25, 100 pull-ups, crunches and sit-ups. I don't know. Those are easy anyways. I don't even know. What's the point? And then, if we had 6 minutes, we'll do a video on that or something. And that's the thing, is it's cheap, easy content. If we say we're going to run a week, we can at least do one video a week about the running. I don't know. Because I have to time this, I have to hold this in my hand. I don't have like one of those watches or something. So I have to hold this in my hand and run like this. All right? I'm not recording it, but right after it's done, I can do it, right? But although that actually takes a little bit off of me, that I'm kind of holding on to it, hoping not to drop it. I got a nice grippy case on it, but You know, it still is not the easiest thing to hold on to, but maybe I should get one of those, I don't know, just for running, like once a week, or then, you know, once every couple months, because again, haven't done it since February. So that's March, April. Oof, it's 3 months. And now the reason I don't want to run is because it's like, boy, the first time I ran it, it was that February. No, that was in the forest. That doesn't count. That does not count. That does not. That was in the forest. There were lots of turns. No, the 725 does not count. The first time I ran. See, the first time I ran was in November over here, November 19th to 20, whatever it was, November 25th. And that was shockingly good for me. I thought, oof, I'm going to hit maybe 7 minutes. And that's the problem, is like 6:24, not having run a mile in a couple of years, you know, and that's the forest walk, that forest run, that doesn't count because there were so many twists and turns in there. I didn't anticipate that. You know, it's kind of impromptu. You know, but this was a straight run. I'm like 6:24. I mean, I was like, ooh, I don't want to do this. I won't even hit 7 minutes. But I hit 6:24 with like, and again, I was never a good runner. I was never on the running team. I don't like with swimming. I never like the mid distance or long distance. I'm a sprinter. Okay, that holds true for running. A 6 minute run is not that great, but I could do that in high school, and apparently I can still do 6:24. Okay, so I'm like, well, what's the point? I'm never going to hit a 5-minute mile because that's just not in me. Never could do it when I was 20 years younger, you know, and then I'm already right? That's another demotivation, you know, and then yet at the same time, I'm still anticipating that I'm going to do like a 7:30 because I suck or something. I don't know. It's a mess. It's a mess here. But, you know what, this week or this May, at some point, I'm going to run a mile. You know, I'm going to have to run a mile next Saturday. What is it? Is it a Tuesday already? Or the days are just a blur. You know, days of the week have been a blur for me since literally 2005. It's been 20 years of, it doesn't matter if it's a weekday or a weekend. I don't know. Oh, boy. So, no, we're going to run the mile this week. And that's another video we can do. And, good Lord. How long is this yammering on? I haven't done anything for a month, so maybe that's another issue. 17 minutes. Holy crap. So yeah, that's it. So a video every day, including filler crap, because I don't want to throw those beer reviews away. You know, maybe I'm giving off the impression that I'm drinking beer every day, but all the beer reviews I've done, that's all the beer I've had to drink in the last 4 years. Now I drink a bit of wine. You know, I'm kind of off my hard kombuchas. I kind of got tired of making those. I still have a lot in the fridge, though. But anyways. Well, yeah, so a video every day for sure. We'll do that. This will be video 1, some filler videos, some in the back catalog, the stuff I don't have the heart to throw away. We'll do that. We'll do some more push-ups in a more structured way. We'll get back into that. We'll get back into running. We'll continue the hiking, the step counting. That's always fun. Push-ups, pull-ups, yeah, we'll do that. We'll figure out whether we're going to do crunches or sit-ups. Because I don't think sit-ups and crunches are that impressive. I know we could do hundreds with dry land swimming workouts. Those are, yeah, it's just more dizzying than anything. But we'll figure that out. I do want to get to a point where it's like, no, the problem's not with me. Okay, if you can run a 6-minute mile, or at least get very close to it, the problem is not with you. The problem is with the rest of the world. The problem is with the people using the leaf blowers. The problem is with the people who come out and get people to take down a fallen tree, but not notice that there's another one close to. Oh, I took another tree down here. I probably didn't mention that because it's been a month, but there was another tree that was going to fall in my car. I had to use a handsaw to take that off, you know, and I successfully did that. I even started burning some of the wood, but anyways, it's just, yeah. Anyway, so that was fun, yeah, that's been our April review and step counting. So this is a wonderful 1st of May when this will be going up. And it already is a 1st of May because I've been talking so long. And again, video every day and all the rest. So there we go.